In this video, I'm going to show you how I took an iconic scene from one of the best films of all time and turned it into a Cockney lecture on American tea-making skills. The Royale with cheese scene from Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction is more than just iconic. It's become part of our psyche. So what have I done to it? Well, I decided to flip the script so that Jules and Vincent became a couple of British Cockneys discussing the joys of tea making in the United States. So instead of two Americans talking about Europe, it's two Brits talking about America. By the way, I also flipped the video so it actually looks like they're driving a British car. Did you notice? The hardest thing about this was getting the script right, to get the lip sync right. It was never going to be perfect, of course, but I wanted to get it as close as possible. So it looks like the actors on screen are actually saying the words that you're hearing. But instead of hash bars in Amsterdam, we have them talking about American attitudes towards tea. Now, my first thought was that, well, Americans generally don't have electric kettles, so I got that in there. And then there are those terrible viral videos of people making tea by putting a mug of water with a tea bag in it in the microwave. Terrible, terrible idea. Don't ever do that. So instead of Jules saying, "Oh man, I'm going there," we get him saying, "I ain't going there." And then it came to the little differences. And this was really tricky, but I figured, well, we'll talk about guns because, you know, America. And from that, we'd make our way back to tea again, but this time, tea with biscuits. Now, the classic line, Royale with cheese, took me ages to get right, and in the end, I settled on royal tea. It seemed like the kind of thing a diner might call tea and biscuits to make it sound super British. And putting it all together with the hobnobs and stuff was great fun. So first of all, I transcribed the original audio. Then I wrote the script line by line to fit with the rhythm of the original words, but most of all to fit with the lip movements of John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. And to do that, I actually watched the clip without sound over and over again, lip reading and seeing what they might be saying and what might fit. Once the script was at a place where I thought it could work, I did a few test recordings. Some things didn't quite match up properly and some things didn't sound right, so I had to redo them again a few times. I recorded it line by line so I could move the audio to the right place to see whether it fit or not, and then just record it again faster or slower, whatever I needed to, bit by bit, to make it sync properly. Because you can't record the entire thing in one hit. It's just not going to happen. So I recorded the whole thing in Reaper, synced the audio to the lip movements as best I could, and then rendered the audio and put all of that into DaVinci Resolve to actually edit the video and make the sound design. The sound design on this was fairly simple. I just needed the sound of the car, really. So we have the interior of a car when it's driving. We have street noises. You can hear a car beeping here and there and that kind of thing. And in the original, they have Jungle Boogie playing on the car stereo. I didn't want to use that, although it is an awesome song. So I used one of my own songs. You can just about hear it in the background. It's not really a feature. By the way, the music is coming from the speakers in the front of the car, so if you listen carefully as the camera pans from one side to the other, the music actually pans from one side to the other, so that it's always coming from the front of the car. That is a touch that nobody will ever notice, but I know it's there, and it makes me happy. The thing about sound design is that if you notice the sound design, then it's not so good. If you don't notice the sound design, then it's doing its job. So I'm quite happy with the sound design all in all. It's pretty simple. I think it works. I am absolutely sure that a professional sound designer would do a much better job than me, but I'm doing this for fun and to show off my voice skills, not my filmmaking skills. But how did Guy Ritchie enter the picture? Well, that is thanks to this comment. What if Guy Ritchie had directed Pulp Fiction? And there it is, the whole idea for a whole series of videos in one amazing comment from one subscriber. Thank you. So this is the first in a whole series. The Matrix is next, and I have ideas for more. If you like this video and you want to see more, please consider giving a like and a subscribe to the channel. And you can watch the finished video, What If Pulp Fiction Was British, right here. Go on, go watch it. Go watch the video now. Go on, it's right there. Go watch it. Go watch the video. Go on. Yeah, this video. Go watch it.